Imagine a moment when you are standing at the crossroads of life, feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders, while a gentle reminder of inner strength whispers from deep within your soul. Picture yourself after a long, tiring day, when the mirror reflects not just your tired eyes, but a spirit that has withstood storms, battles, and quiet moments of deep reflection. In that moment, you ask yourself, what does it mean to truly be kind? And more importantly, how can kindness coexist with strength without becoming a sign of weakness? Think of the times when you reached out to someone in pain, when your gentle smile and soft words made a difference in someone's dark day. Now imagine channeling that same caring energy into your own life, letting self-compassion become the foundation upon which you build resilience and inner power. Consider the idea that kindness is not about letting people walk all over you, nor is it about hiding your emotions or submitting to bad treatment. It is about having the courage to show empathy, to forgive, and to help without losing the core of who you are. It is the art of being generous with your heart, while still holding your ground. A balance of softness with the undeniable strength that comes from knowing your self-worth. Envision the calm determination of a woman who, despite life's many challenges, remains gentle in her actions and powerful in her convictions. Imagine her in everyday situations. A mother soothing her child with tender words during a moment of frustration. A friend offering a caring embrace in times of sorrow. A colleague who listens intently in a heated meeting, all while standing firm in her beliefs and values. In these moments, kindness radiates as a potent force, not as a fragile echo or a sign of surrender, but as a robust, authentic expression of inner strength. It is in this delicate dance between compassion and resolve that the true meaning of being kind, not weak, is revealed. And this powerful message, crafted for each of you who is learning to navigate the delicate balance of strength and compassion in your own unique journey, is brought to you by Stoic Women. Before we dive deeper into exploring what it means to be kind without compromising your strength, I invite you to pause for a moment and reflect on a phrase that embodies kindness in your life. Please share that phrase in the comments below. While you do that, remember to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like so that together we can build a nurturing community of women who uplift each other with wisdom and heartfelt support. In our daily lives, we often encounter moments that challenge our ability to be gentle yet resolute. There are times when the world demands that we stand up for ourselves and assert our rights, and other times when the wounds we carry seem too heavy to let go without sacrificing our own sense of safety. The key is understanding that true kindness does not require you to relinquish your power or lower your defenses. Instead, it calls on you to harness the strength of your character, the clarity of your values, and the deep empathy that comes from having experienced life's hardships firsthand. When you choose to be kind, you are making a deliberate decision to treat yourself and others with dignity and care, even when circumstances push you toward bitterness or indifference. Being kind is not the same as being soft or weak. It is a refined quality that demands both self-awareness and thoughtful action. Let us consider a real-life example to illustrate this point. Imagine a woman who has endured repeated disappointments in her relationships, broken promises, neglect, and even betrayal. For a long time, the hurt might lead her to build walls that seem impenetrable, creating distance out of fear of being hurt again. However, as she embarks on her journey of Stoic self-reflection, she starts to see that harboring resentment only diminishes her inner light. Through honest introspection and courage, she learns to forgive not because she is naive, but because she has decided that forgiveness is a radical act of reclaiming her own inner peace. In that moment, her kindness is not a sign of weakness. It is a powerful testament to her strength. She sets healthy boundaries that protect her heart, while still extending compassion to those who have wronged her. By choosing to be kind, she transforms her pain into a lesson of resilience that inspires not only herself, but those around her. This transformation is rooted in Stoic principles that have guided many great thinkers and kindred spirits before us. The ancient Stoics believed that while we cannot control the events of our lives, we can control how we react to them. For women in the modern world, who often face a unique set of challenges and societal pressures, this philosophy provides a solid foundation for developing both inner strength and a compassionate outlook. When you apply Stoic wisdom to your daily life, you learn that vulnerability is not a weakness, but an essential part of the journey to high self-worth. By acknowledging your feelings, and then choosing to rise above the negative impulses they might create, you craft a character that is both empathetic and invincible. For example, consider a working mother who faces constant criticism for her decisions at the office and at home. Instead of letting the external pressures erode her confidence, she turns inward, drawing on the Stoic lesson that her response is hers to choose. She listens gently to the feedback, but remains anchored in her understanding of her own value. In doing so, she demonstrates that kindness, to both herself and others, is a celebration of strength rather than a retreat from it. When we talk about being kind, it is crucial to understand that this quality is rooted in self-respect and self-care. It begins with acknowledging that every human being, regardless of past hurts or failures, deserves kindness. However, being kind also involves drawing a clear distinction between compassion and weakness. True kindness flows from a secure sense of self, one that is not easily shaken by the opinions of others or by external circumstances. It means being firm in your values while also offering a helping hand to those in need. For instance, think about a friend who is going through a difficult time. Instead of pitying her or trying to fix her problems with empty words, you stand by her with honest advice, a listening ear, and the gentle encouragement to seek the inner strength that you know she possesses. This balanced approach not only comforts her, but also reinforces your own power to be both caring and resolute. In everyday interactions, there are numerous small decisions that test this very balance. Imagine receiving harsh criticism at work for an idea you shared, or facing gossip that undermines your reputation in social circles. It is in these moments that you have a choice. You can respond with anger and defensiveness, or you can pause, breathe, and respond with calm kindness. Choosing the latter is not an act of submission. It is a demonstration of the control you have over your emotional reactions. It shows that you have cultivated an inner space where fear and anger do not dictate your actions, where instead, empathy and understanding guide you. With each deliberate act of kindness, you strengthen your resolve and prove that kindness is not a passive acceptance of mistreatment, but an active, strategic choice that enhances your inner value. Real stories from everyday life illustrate this principle beautifully. Consider the tale of a young woman who, after experiencing a painful breakup, felt isolated and unworthy. Instead of retreating into bitterness, she sought the comfort of solitude and reflection. Over time, she learned to see the breakup not as a final judgment on her worth, but as an opportunity to rediscover her inner beauty and strength. She began to invest in herself, reading inspiring books on Stoicism, practicing meditation, and setting small but meaningful goals that reconnected her with her passions. Slowly, her perspective shifted from one of self-pity to one of self-empowerment. In time, she reached out to her community, offering support to others who were facing similar challenges. Her kindness became a source of inspiration, a beacon of hope that proved that being kind does not mean being weak. Instead, it represents a mature and steadfast commitment to honoring the worth in yourself and in those around you. It is also important to note that being kind sometimes requires saying no. Setting boundaries is a vital part of honoring your own needs and protecting your energy. When you understand that every time you compromise your values in the name of kindness, you are actually devaluing yourself. You begin to see that true kindness balances compassion with self-protection. For example, in a situation where a colleague repeatedly offloads their work on you without considering the impact on your own responsibilities, you may choose to respond calmly yet firmly, explaining that while you are happy to help occasionally, consistent overburdening is unfair to both of you. This is an act of kindness toward yourself. It preserves your energy and ensures that you remain capable of offering genuine care when it truly matters. Another practical example comes from the realm of family life, where many women are expected to absorb emotional burdens without complaint. Imagine a daughter who feels responsible for the well-being of her aging parents. While her heart roars with the desire to care for them lovingly, she may also find herself overwhelmed by the constant demands placed upon her. In such cases, being kind does not mean sacrificing her own health or well-being. Instead, it means seeking a balance, perhaps by asking for help from siblings or by carving out time to care for herself, so that she can serve her family with sustained energy and a joyful spirit. This balance is the hallmark of true strength, acknowledging your limits, protecting your energy, and still extending compassion to others in a way that does not drain you. The journey toward embodying the idea of how to be kind, not weak, is not a linear process. It is filled with moments of doubt, setbacks, and small victories. There will be days when you feel that you have failed to live up to your own standards of kindness, either toward yourself or others. During those times, it is essential to remember that every step, no matter how small, contributes to the overall progress of your inner growth. Each time you choose to respond with empathy rather than reaction, each time you set a healthy boundary, you are strengthening the foundation of your self-worth. And as you accumulate these moments of courage and clarity, you begin to see a transformation unfolding within you. A transformation that redefines kindness not as a passive, fragile trait, but as a potent force for building resilience and inspiring change. The Stoic philosophy offers us valuable insights along this path. Central to Stoicism is the idea that while we cannot control external events, we can control our perceptions and reactions. This is especially true for women who often juggle multiple roles and expectations in their personal and professional lives. When you learn to see challenges as opportunities to exercise your inner strength, you also learn that kindness is a proactive force, one that begins internally and radiates outwards. It teaches you that to be kind is to be aware, reflective, and intentional about your actions. It is about turning inward to find the calm and strength that allow you to meet adversity, not with bluster or resignation, but with a gentle yet unwavering determination. For instance, a woman working in a highly competitive environment might be criticized or undermined by her peers. Rather than succumbing to a cycle of harsh retaliation or self-doubt, she can choose to meet such moments with a quiet confidence that resonates from her understanding of her intrinsic worth. She listens to the criticism without losing sight of her own value, thanks to the Stoic reminder that what others think is not a measure of her true character. By accepting that external opinions are beyond her control, she redirects her energy towards self-improvement and constructive action. This, in turn, sets an example for those around her, showing that kindness tempered by strength can pave the way for transformative change in even the most challenging environments. In our modern lives, where noise and haste often drown out quiet reflection, it is sometimes a radical act to choose the path of thoughtful kindness. Yet, it is in the deliberate slowing down of our reactions that we find the clarity to act with truth and love. Many women have found that taking a few extra moments to breathe before responding can lead to vastly better outcomes. Whether it is in a heated conversation at work or a delicate exchange with a friend, that pause allows you to choose compassion over conflict. Simple practices such as mindful breathing, journaling your thoughts, or even a short walk in nature can help clear your mind and enable you to see a situation from a broader, more empathetic perspective. These small daily habits, when practiced consistently, cultivate an inner peace that empowers you to act kindly without sacrificing your own needs or values. One must also understand that being kind involves embracing vulnerability. There is courage in showing your true self to the world, flaws, scars, and all. When you dare to share your honest experiences with others, you not only pave the way for deeper connections, but also affirm that you are willing to be simple and real rather than polished to the point of erasure. Vulnerability might make you feel exposed at times, but it is also the gateway to authentic relationships and profound inner strength. It is by opening your heart that you invite others to do the same, creating a network of mutual support where kindness is the common language and weakness is transformed into raw, genuine power. At the same time, it is vital for you to remember that self-care is not selfish. in a world where so many demands come from every side. Carving out time for yourself is an act of kindness that fuels you to give to others. Whether that means setting aside 15 minutes in the morning for a quiet cup of tea, retreating to a favorite spot to read a book, or simply allowing yourself a break free from the constant hustle, these moments are investments in your own well-being. When you take care of yourself, you set a standard for how you expect to be treated by others, and you send a clear message that your needs are just as important as anyone else's. This balance between self-care and compassion for others is what distinguishes true kindness from misplaced vulnerability. There is a profound beauty in the idea that you can transform every difficult moment into an opportunity for growth. The challenges you face, whether personal setbacks, professional obstacles, or the everyday frustrations that come with life, are all invitations to deepen your understanding of who you are. By facing these challenges with an open heart and a resolute mind, you begin to see that every hardship can serve as a stepping stone toward becoming a stronger, wiser, and kinder person. Your journey is uniquely your own, shaped by the choices you make each day to embrace empathy, hold yourself accountable, and stand firm in your principles. Over time, you learn that kindness is not an afterthought. It is the very essence of a life lived with purpose and authenticity. Every real-life example we have discussed serves as a reminder that kindness is a powerful tool. It is not the absence of assertiveness or strength, but a deliberate choice to confront life's challenges with grace and clarity. Whether it is the woman who forgives despite being hurt, the leader who shows compassion while enforcing fair boundaries, or the friend who offers a listening ear while maintaining her own inner peace, each instance of thoughtful kindness reinforces the message that you do not have to sacrifice your strength to be kind. You can be both. As you navigate your own path, remember that each decision matters. The choice to respond instead of react, to listen instead of judge, and to love instead of resent creates a ripple effect that spreads far beyond your immediate circle. It influences others, promoting a culture of mindfulness and mutual respect that can transform communities. By embodying the principle of being kind, not weak, you become a beacon of hope and an example of how gentle strength can lead to lasting change. Your actions, no matter how small, have the power to lift someone else from despair to hope, to remind them that strength and kindness can coexist in a harmonious, life-affirming way. The journey towards achieving this balance often requires continuous learning and self-reflection. There will be moments when you feel that the world is too harsh, when the challenges seem overwhelming, or when your efforts to remain kind are met with ingratitude or hostility. In those moments, draw upon the Stoic wisdom that teaches us to accept what we cannot change and to focus on our inner response. Understand that while you cannot control every circumstance, you always have the power to decide how you will respond. With each setback, remind yourself that the essence of kindness is not measured by immediate outcomes, but by the consistency of your character and the integrity of your actions. You are learning to be kind through every trial, every lesson, and every encounter that life presents. And while the path may sometimes be steep, every step taken with conscientious care builds a foundation upon which your inner strength can flourish. Through this continuous process, you begin to see that kindness is far from being a sign of weakness. Instead, it is a deliberate state of mind, a cultivated habit that empowers you to approach life with compassion and confidence. High integrity, honest self-expression, and the ability to hold firm to your values while extending love to others are hallmarks of true strength. This inner fortitude is what allows you to stand tall in a crowded room, to speak truth even when it is unpopular, and to offer support to others without diminishing your own sense of self. It is the delicate balance between empathy and assertiveness, nurtured over time, that transforms every act of kindness into a testament of resilience. As you continue walking this path, let the lessons of the past guide you while remaining open to the transformative potential of the present. Allow your heart to be a sanctuary of both strength and tenderness. By doing so, you will discover that each challenge, no matter how daunting, is also an opportunity to deepen your self-knowledge and refine your capacity for caring. Every time you choose kindness as your reaction, you are reinforcing the idea that you hold the power to shape your experience, to redefine what it means to be strong. And as you immerse yourself in this practice, you will likely see that the more you give of yourself, thoughtfully and without fear, the more enriched your life becomes. Remember that even on days when you find yourself wavering, when doubts creep in and make you question your path, those moments of vulnerability are not failures, but invitations to grow. They are hints from your inner self urging you to slow down, to recenter, and to reconnect with the kindness that lies at the core of your being. In this way, each setback becomes a lesson, each hardship a teacher guiding you toward a greater understanding of your own power. And in the grand mosaic of your life, these experiences, combined with the acts of kindness you offer to yourself and others, create a picture of a strength that is both gentle and formidable. A strength that declares clearly that you are kind, and that true kindness comes from a wellspring of inner resilience. As this long reflection draws near its close, take a moment to absorb the journey we have traveled together. The insights, the examples, and the reminders that being kind is a deliberate, courageous choice, not a sign of frailty. Let these words echo in your heart as a continuous reminder that every act of kindness you perform, every time you choose compassion over conflict, is a powerful step toward embodying the best version of yourself. Every woman has the capacity to light up the world with her caring nature, all while standing firm in her self-respect and strength. And as you continue to battle daily pressures and overcome challenges, know that the gentle path of kindness you choose will always lead you back to your true self. A self defined not by the hardships faced, but by the unwavering light of love, understanding, and inner power. May you always find the courage to extend kindness to others even when it is difficult. And may that same kindness be the shelter that protects and nurtures your own heart. Let the spirit of Stoic wisdom be your guiding star, reminding you that while you cannot control the actions of others, you can shape your reactions and create a ripple of positive change. In every small act of care and every thoughtful word spoken, affirm your belief that you are both kind and strong, a testament to the fact that compassion need not come at the expense of power. Thank you for taking this journey through these thoughts and reflections. Remember to share your own expression of kindness in the comments below. Subscribe to our channel and give this video a like so we can continue to support each other on this path. Thanks for being here. If you found value in this, subscribe and walk this path with us. We're so glad to have you along.